Well, hello again. It's great to be with you, and I hope you enjoy this little video. I'm continuing to restore my new Hudson Autocycle. As you can see, I've got the front mud guard and the stays on. You can just see here I've got the rear mud guard on. I've had to make some clips for the top and clips for the back. But the other thing I've got to start doing is making the levers and getting the levers on, so I can start putting the control levers on. But these Villiers 2F engines are quite remarkable. 98cc, a single gear. But the problem is you can't disengage that gear. The only way you can disengage the gear is by pulling the clutch in, because it does have a clutch. Now the only problem with that is that if you're at a traffic light or something, you're constantly holding the clutch in, or if you're somewhere and you just want to let it idle, you've got to hold the clutch. But what they do, they supply a little a lever which has got a ratchet on it, and you pull the clutch lever in and it clicks and it holds the clutch out, as it were, so the engine will turn freely without driving the wheel. Now for this, I actually had all the handlebars chromed, I had all the levers chromed, but I actually had to disassemble the lever. You can see the lever there, that's the lever with the bit that goes on, and you've got the little ratchet bit there that clips in, that fits inside. But the only problem is there's a little piece which holds it together, and it causes the pivot. Now I stripped all this down and sent it all away for chroming, and I must have put this little rivet, or whatever you want to call it, little pivot, somewhere safe. And do you think I could find it? I searched and I searched and I searched. In the end I actually found it. It was tucked away in another little plastic bag, and here it is. I don't know whether you can see it. It's very, very small, and that's all it is. But this little pin, this little pivot, is vitally important to this lever, and something quite, not valuable, but it was causing me to not continue with putting the bike together. And this actually reminded me of something, of a little story in the scriptures, and where Jesus was talking about the story of the lost coin. I'm going to read it to you, and it's from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 15 and verses 8 to 10. If you wanted to have a look at it, it's a great little story. And it says, "Or suppose a woman has 10 valuable coins and loses one. Won't she light a lamp and look in every corner of the house and sweep every nook and cranny until she finds it? And when she finds it, she will call in her friends and neighbours to rejoice with her because she has found her lost coin. In the same way, there is joy in the presence of God's angels when one sinner repents." Now, when I found this little pin, I ran into my wife and says, "Look what I've found, look, I found this little pin." And was she excited? No. But to me, it was something great. I could actually put this clutch lever back together, and then I can put the clutch cable on. And that's something special, isn't it? You know, we need to start searching for things which are important. And the scriptures, the Bible and Jesus is really important. And perhaps in our lives we might be searching for something. Could I suggest that you search for Jesus? That you just search and find him with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul, to experience that wonderful richness that Jesus can give in our life. And it's a wonderful thing, the Christian life. So just think about that when you lose something and you search and you search and you search for it. Perhaps we ought to start searching for God, trying to find God in our lives, trying to find Jesus, trying to find faith. Maybe that'd be an encouragement to you. And if you haven't found faith, may you start to search. Search by perhaps start reading Luke's Gospel and find Jesus. Well, thank you for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed that little talk again. I'm going to try and be back quicker this time. So thank you for listening. God bless.